This week, Shoshana Ovitz tragically passed away in Jerusalem at the incredible age of 105. Shoshana and a picture of her with her family went viral 2 years ago when she posed for her birthday together with all of her family. You may remember the picture where she was together with 400 of her descendants. And this story made all the more incredible given that she was a survivor of Auschwitz and indeed had seen her own mother taken from her by the notorious Joseph Mengele. This coming Shabbat, we will read a special Sefer Torah, and the Shabbat is called Parshat Shekalim. We will read of a section where a census was made in the desert. Moshe wanted to count everybody, and God said, don't count people, but rather make them give a contribution, a half shekel coin. And that's what you shall count instead. Ze yitnu kol ha'oveh al ha'pekudim machzit ha'shekel b'shekel ha'kodesh. Everyone should give a half shekel coin, and you'll count that instead. Why do we read this at this time of year? Amazingly, we are approaching about 5 weeks away the holiday of Pesach, and around a month before Pesach, there were various repairs, shiputzim, made to the sanctuary, made to the temple. And in order to make sure all of these repairs were correctly made, all of the construction work was done, the entire nation had to contribute a certain amount of money so that the work could be paid for. And so in memory of that, we have these special readings prior to the holiday of Pesach. But I can't help but think that the reading that we will read in Shul the Shabbat, when the Jewish people were asked to make a contribution, it was a chatzi shekel. It was only half a coin. There's a message there too. None of us are complete. None of us are a world unto ourselves, but rather the contribution we make is always half. We need to make our contribution, yes, and then with the humility to realize that we need an entire community to come together to make their contribution as well. No one stands alone. But on the contrary, we all need one another. But just think how powerful, nevertheless, each one singular person's contribution is. The contribution of Shoshana Ovitz, who married, created a life for herself after the war, moved to Haifa, had 4 children, was able, amazingly, at the age of 103, 2 years ago, to be pictured outside the Kotel with over 400 of her descendants. One person's contribution, albeit half, is indeed sometimes the most incredible contribution of all. May her memory be a blessing. Shabbat Shalom.